Hello, my name is Hans George Campbell, and tonight I thought I'd show you guys this really cool desoldering gun that I recently purchased from eBay. Okay, so let's look inside this box and see what I got. Okay, so we got this instruction manual. I think it's written in Chinese. Yeah, if any of you Chinese viewers can read that, I appreciate you putting in the comments, you know, exactly what does this all say? I mean, oh my God, look at that. Shows you the innards of this this beautiful desoldering gun. Pretty cool, huh? I just wish I knew how to read Chinese. I mean, oh my God. But there's the manual. Okay. All right. Next we got the actual soldering gun in the package. And this is for 110 volts. It's a 110 volt version. It's a really nice desoldering gun. It really is. It's a very nice desoldering gun. And I'll go into more details on it in just a little bit. But there's the desoldering gun. And of course it's the normal, you know, grounded 110 volts that we use here in the United States. So that's a pretty nice soldering gun. I really like it. Really like it. And I'm going to explain why I chose this desoldering gun over the more popular Heiko units or the Weller units. I think this is a much nicer gun, and I'll explain why soon. Okay, next we have I think it's two cleaning rods. One of them is a 0.8 millimeter diameter cleaning rod, and the other one is a 1 millimeter diameter cleaning rod. And then we have two sets of the filters. So that's always nice. That's always nice to get. And they included some solder, but look at the diameter of this solder. I mean, oh my God. That's like something that I would use to solder like copper pipes. You would never use something like that to solder electronics, you know, but that's what they included with this desoldering pump or desoldering gun. And this right here, I think, is the nicest part of this whole unit besides the desoldering gun. So it's very high quality. And that is the actual holder. I'll zoom in. You guys can read the label, and if you want to read that label, I'll zoom in. But there's the label on that box. I'll go ahead and open the box and take out this beautiful. I mean, this is actually pretty nice. It's good high quality. It really is. Very high quality. The stand right here for this desoldering gun is very nice. It's got a sponge that comes with it right there. Okay, you dampen that, and that's what you use to clean, the tip. And I also use this on my professional soldering systems for cleaning tips. I actually prefer the sponges over the wool stuff, the metal wool stuff that most people use. I found out that the tips, by using the dampened sponge, will usually last for about 10 to 15 years. Whereas if you use the copper, like that metal stuff, in fact I'll show you what it is. If you use this kind of stuff here, okay, your tips will only last for about 3 to 6 months. That's been my own experience. In fact, when I worked in the electronics industry for 25 years, we never used this. Ever. In all the years I worked as an electronics assembler, we never used this. Okay, I'm a professional. I know what I'm talking about. We always used a dampened sponge. That's what we use. And I'm going to talk more about that in part 4 of the electronics assembly series of videos that's coming up toward the end of February. I'll be doing part 4 and part 5 of that series, so stay tuned for that series. But yeah, I think this is pretty nice, this stand right there. And we'll get more into this stand and the soldering gun after this quick commercial break. Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now look at me. Now look back at your man. Now look back at me. Sadly, your man is not me. But he could smell like me if he stopped using that lady-scented body wash and he switched to the old-fashioned manly scent of Old Spice. Okay, I'm back. The reason why I chose this desoldering gun over the Hakko or the Weller units is because this is pretty good quality, considering it's a no-name brand from China. It's actually very well made. It has a fiber-reinforced plastic case, so it's good quality. But the main reason why I bought this unit, okay, is because it has the dual suction action in the back right here. This is one of the most powerful desoldering guns available. The Hakko units that I looked at and the Weller units that I looked at, they have an average suction of only 400 psi. That's okay for your standard electronic circuit boards, but when you get into multi-layered motherboards or motherboards that have huge ground planes and huge voltage planes, you need a desoldering gun like this. And the reason for that, this one has the extra suck power that you need. It has a whopping 600 psi. That's right. Okay, with this unit here, okay, you only need to pull the trigger once and whew, it sucks that solder right up. Oh yeah. Whereas with the Weller units that I've tried and the Hakko units that I tried, you usually have to do it at least 2 or 3 times to get the same amount of work done that this gets done with one time doing each joint, each solder joint. So that extra 200 psi, it really comes into play, especially on multi-layered circuit boards and circuit boards like the ME2000 motherboard that has huge ground planes and voltage planes. Oh yeah, you need a soldering gun like this with the extra suck power. Oh yeah. Now the tip that comes with it, okay, this tip right here, that's your standard 1mm inner diameter tip, which is sufficient for most general purpose desoldering. Now there is also a 1.5mm tip available and a 2mm tip available if you're going to be working on power supplies or large if you have to desolder large parts like that. And I'm planning on getting those 2 extra size tips. It's a nice unit. It's kind of heavy, so you wouldn't want to be using this for hours like professionally. It's okay for an hour or 2. You're not going to get too tired. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and I'll show you some things about this gun. Let me sit down. Okay. What's nice about this gun... Okay. Somebody used a wrench on that. You're never supposed to use a wrench on that. Well, actually they didn't. Okay. Never use a wrench to tighten this. Always finger tighten only. Do not use a wrench on these. Okay. We'll pull the sleeve off. And then right here... Remember, I thought it was hot. Okay. I want to try to get this pulled off. Okay. Oh, wait, it comes out here. Okay, it comes out here. Okay, why isn't this coming out? This should come out. I don't know why it's not coming out. It should come out. Yeah. Okay. Boy, that was really in there. I'm going to get up for this. But yeah, this actually has a much better heating element than the Hakko. I've actually seen the Hakko, you know, how it's made on the inside. And the way this one is designed, the heat transfer is much better and much quicker on this unit. Much better and much quicker. Only thing I don't like about it, the Hakko one, if I remember correctly, you can unscrew just the tip. You know, whereas on this one, the tip is part of this whole, excuse me, the tip right here is part of this whole assembly. Okay? So that's the one thing that I like better about the Hakko one. The tip actually unscrews off for quick replacement. Whereas if you want to replace the tip with a larger diameter tip on this unit, you have to replace this whole piece, which you can buy. You can buy extra tips. Yeah. But it does transfer the heat better. It transfers the heat quicker than the Hakko irons and the Weller irons. I will tell you that. It's a very nice, it's very nice the way this is designed. Very nice. It's very nice. Okay. This has got to come. Doesn't this come off of here? Well, I guess it doesn't. Okay. Anyway, I gotta get this back on here. It can't be that difficult to put this back on. I mean, come on. I don't want to damage this. Okay, there it is. Thing to say, man, what the hell? I think it's spring-loaded. There's some kind of a spring mechanism or something in there. I don't know. Yeah. Finger tighten only. Never use a wrench on this. Ever. Don't use a wrench on it. Now, down here, it's got your LED that goes off once it reaches the proper temperature. And this is your temperature adjustment. I believe it goes from 350 Celsius all the way up to 450 Celsius, I think is what it goes. Let me get my magnifying glass. Can't read that small print. Okay, it goes from, it looks like 380 degrees Celsius all the way up to 480 degrees Celsius, that's really high. Yeah, that's pretty high. That's around 800 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you that like me, that prefer the measurement in Fahrenheit, it goes up to around 800 degrees Fahrenheit. So you've got the heat that you need for large ground planes and voltage planes, and you know these thick multi-layered boards. I mean, this iron will do it. It's also rated at 100 watts. Whereas the previous unit, a lot of your other units that have 400 PSI, they're rated at around 90 watts. This one's rated at 100 watts. It's a very nice iron. It's very nice, desoldering gun, very nice. The trigger is very comfortable, but I think the trigger on the Hakko and the Weller is maybe a little bit nicer. The type of micro switches that they use, I think, are a little bit nicer, you know. And to remove this, you just pull this back like that, and then this part comes out, and there's that. It's got your finger grips there. Now, that's the one thing about the Hakko one that I like better than this one. On the Hakko, this is made out of glass, whereas on this one, it's made out of like a real thick, heat-resistant plastic. So eventually, this will start cracking over time. But we're talking about several years of heavy use, you know, and then this thing will start cracking. You'll have to replace it. But I looked on eBay, and you can replace these plastic ones, these plastic tubes here, with glass. So I don't really consider this a negative, because you can buy glass replacements for this iron, this desoldering gun right here. So yeah, really easy to replace the filters. That's no problem. It's got your solder blast shield in the center there. I don't know if you can see that inside the tube. That silver part, that's a blast shield. When the solder flies in there, it hits that and bounces back. So yeah. And then these like ribs on the side here, so on both sides, that's for grabbing it, being able to grab it. So we'll put this back in. I know this video is not perfect, but I don't care about it if it's perfect or not. I think you care more about seeing the product, you know, than if the video is really perfect. Okay then. Boy, this is a really tight fit. I mean, a snug, well, I guess it's got to be an airtight, you know, fit. Okay. But yeah, it's easy to clean. And after each use of this gun, I mean, when you finish your desoldering session, or even during your desoldering session, I recommend taking the wire cleaner and put it in there a few times, you know, just to keep this nozzle cleaned out, you know, keep it cleaned out. I don't know how I feel about the clear plastic on the back. I mean, I know they want to show the dual pump action. This is one of the only desoldering guns that has this. And that extra pump in there, it really helps. It gives you, you know, that 600, that whopping 600 PSI of suck power. And trust me, this desoldering gun works really good. There is a counterweight in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a counterweight in there to cut down on the vibration while you're using this desoldering gun. And I think that was really, you know, that was a good thing. Okay. But clear plastic is not as durable as a solid colored plastic. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like the clear Commodore 64 cases or the clear Amiga 1200 cases, because they crack more easily and chip more easily than the solid colored plastic cases. And I think the same thing is true with the back piece of this desoldering gun. But only time will tell. I think that the company that makes this desoldering gun, this back piece should have been made out of the same high quality fiber reinforced plastic as the main part of this unit right here. This should have also been this type of plastic. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see how this holds up, this clear plastic holds up. I mean, I realize why they did it, because they wanted you to see the inner workings, you know, of this beautiful gun. I mean, it's a really nice desoldering gun. It really is. Extra suck power. Reminds me of the old commercial Eureka vacuum cleaners. You know, they also had extra suck power. In fact, it reminds me of an old girlfriend. Man, I know, I'm getting crazy now. I'm getting crazy now. I'm wondering what temperature should I keep this at. I guess I'll find out as I start using this thing. I'll find out what a good temperature setting is, you know, to set that. I'm not sure how I like the temperature setting knob right here, because you could probably easily touch that and turn it, you know. I think the temperature knob and the LED should have been on the back, on the rear somewhere, even like back here or up here, I don't know. Back here somewhere would have been great. And I know it's like that on the single pump units. I've seen them where they have this and the LED on the back. And I'm thinking about getting one of those, and I'll review it on this channel and tell you what I think about it. But yeah, I'll be using this desoldering pump. You'll see me use this on this channel for a lot of recapping videos and a lot of repair videos that I've got coming up for this year. Including, I got to get Michael's 5 Amiga 500 motherboards done. The poor guy has been waiting for these damn things to get done for over a year now. And I'm really sorry about that, Michael. I mean, 2020 has been the year of hell for everybody. And I live only 10 miles away from downtown Portland where all the riots and things were happening. And it does affect us out here in Beaverton. So I'm sorry that I haven't been able to get your motherboards done this past year, you know, 2020. But this year, I promise you, now that I got this desoldering gun with the extra suck power, I'm going to make sure to get your Amiga 500 motherboards done, and they're going to be perfect. And I'm going to show on this channel me working on your boards, and you're going to love them. I'll send them back to you, and we're done. That's right. All right. Okay. So now, let's take a look at this beautiful, high-quality metal stand that comes with this gun. I mean, it's got a piece here that comes out for easy washing in the kitchen sink or whatever, soap and water to keep it nice and clean, you know. I guess this part is for the sponge, you know, and this part is to keep, I don't know, extra tips or something. You know, this would make a great soldering iron, you know, thing. You know, put your soldering gun in, or I mean soldering iron. I mean, in that. Okay, so let's see how this. Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, let's see how this fits in here. See how the sponge fits. Now I haven't wet it yet, but I'll wet it later on. But we want to see how this fits in here. Yeah, once it's wet, it expands a little bit, so I think it'll fit perfect. What I usually like to do is cut like a little dime size or penny size hole in the center. I take my X-Acto knife and a penny and I put it there, and I cut around that penny, and I cut a perfect little round hole in the center. It makes cleaning the tips a lot easier because you've got an edge that you can wipe the tip on, and it really does a much better job of cleaning the solder off that tip, you know, when you're tinning your iron, you know, and you're trying to keep your iron clean, than it does just wiping it on top of the sponge, you know. But yeah, that seems to fit pretty good. And then this part right here, I cannot get over the quality construction of this unit. This is heavy. It's at least 18 gauge solid steel. I mean, this is really nice. Big, heavy, you know, I think they're plastic feet, but they're big and heavy. I mean, this thing I think is better quality than the desoldering gun. I hate to say that, but yeah, this thing is really nice. You know, I think this is like stainless steel or something, that part there. I mean, like I said, you can buy these separate. I've seen them on eBay for around 15, 20 bucks on eBay. You can buy just these. And I think this would make an excellent soldering iron stand for like your existing soldering iron, because this thing is just so high quality. It's heavy, it's rock solid. I mean, it's just really nice. The way they bent the edge over, you know, like that. I mean, it's just really nice. It's just very nice. Let's see how the gun fits in it. Well, I'll put this back in here. Alright, there's that. And we'll put the soldering gun in here, see how it fits. Well, no, I think it goes just like that. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not too bad, man. Let me show you a sideways view. But basically, it goes like that. You know, that's how it goes. Like that. Yeah. I'm thinking what I'll do is, because I don't want this getting worn out here. I don't think this part gets hot. I'm thinking about putting a piece of cork right there. I've got peel and stick cork. And I'm thinking about putting a piece of peel and like a round cork piece right there. So that saves the plastic from getting worn out on the metal, you know. And it dampens it when you put this in the holder, you know. I think that's what I'm going to do on this one. Yeah. But anyway, that's that gun. I want to show it to you guys tonight. This, get underneath the camera so you can see it. You know, I think it's a pretty cool gun. There you go. Got the whole thing under the camera. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. We'll do it like that. Yeah, it looks good. Actually, yeah. I'm loving it. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this review. I just want to show you guys this new desoldering gun that I picked up off of eBay. I think it's very nice. I really do. It's one of the better desoldering guns. And I highly recommend it. On a 1 to 5 star rating, I give it, I would have to say 4.5 stars. It's a very nice gun. It really, desoldering gun, it really is. Now, if it didn't have this clear plastic piece on the back, if the plastic piece back here was made out of the same high quality plastic as the main part of the gun here, I would have given it 5 stars, an easy 5 stars. This is a very high quality gun considering it's a no-name brand from China. It's very nice. I paid $115 for it. The guy let me have a good deal on it, the seller that I bought it from. It's brand new. You can buy, I think the average price for these is around $135, $140 on eBay. I don't know how much they go for on Amazon because I don't shop on Amazon, but on eBay they sell for around $135. That's the average price. And considering that this gun is actually better than most of the Hakko guns I looked at, or Hakko guns I looked at, I don't know how you pronounce that, and also has an extra 200 psi of suction power. It has a whopping 100 psi of suction power. That's a lot. Okay, I think that it's well worth the price. You know, of even if I would have paid $135 for it, I would have been happy with that price. That's a good price. Oh, and I got free shipping on it. So I actually only paid $115 for this desoldering gun, and the guy let me have free shipping. You know, so I thought that was nice. I thought that was nice. Anyway, that's it for this this desoldering gun unboxing and review. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I think you should, because I think you're really going to enjoy this channel. I mean, if you're into vintage computers and recapping and repairs and vintage computer games and vintage computer games in their original boxes and things like that, you're going to love this channel. And there's something on this channel for everyone. Trust me when I tell you that. I've got between 50 to 100 videos scheduled for this year alone. And a few hundred videos after that. So there's going to be plenty of content on this channel for you to watch and enjoy. Now, this does not include the unscheduled videos like pickup videos, like you know, I do a lot of pickup videos, like when I get new computer stuff in, you know, vintage computer stuff in, or new computer stuff in. Like if I get what I think is a nice PC case, or a PC motherboard, or graphics card, or sound card, or something like that, I'll show it on this channel. You know, sort of like what Phil's Computer Labs shows on his YouTube channel. I'll do stuff like that too on this channel. So I'm giving Phil's Computer Labs a shout out. He has a very nice YouTube channel. And if you've never seen his channel, I suggest you go there. It's called Phil's Computer Labs. And he mainly deals with the older PC computer stuff, but I think he also touches upon some of the new stuff, the new PC stuff as well. His channel is mainly PC, which is okay. You know, there are a lot of people out there, including me, that enjoy using the PC as well as vintage computers. So, yeah. But anyway, my name is Hans George Campbell. And until next time.